Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LRS M Series Stock Car. We're here for round 9 at LRS GT at COTA, where we'll be racing for 5 laps, and with 10 cars, we'll be seeing who will be going to take the victory lane here. Currently, looking at the standings, we have Kansi in first with a total of 18 points after a fantastic run from him. Jack in second with 17 points. Ricky Yesa, but Jimmy Fuego, all three tied with 15 points, all fighting for third spot. Danny Alistair 1 point behind is 6. Intoxicated with 13. Metro with 11. JK with 11. And Demi with 7. Meaning that we will not be saying goodbye to anyone within this series. But we will also be seeing who is going to be taking the 4th GT3 category spot here at the LRS at this race, and who is going to be taking the final or the 4th spot for the Legends Endurance race, the very first one. So, we'll be taking a look at the qualifying run here. We have Kansi getting ready for his run. The 7 has been doing very, very great this season. I mean, we're already talking about the race lead or the championship leader so far. But of course, it could all change within a short amount of time. Looking at Jack, the driver, in second in the standings, and Yesap, the driver, in third in the standings. So far, the confirmation that we have on the drivers in M, we have give me a second, I'm gonna take a look at the drivers we already have confirmed for M Series. I know it is, for GT, I know it is, I'm thinking off the top of my head, so I might be wrong. We have Shiny, we have Metro, we have Slaughternaut. Those are for the GT3 category. For the LMP1 category, we have Scratch, Artie, and Sam, I think it is. Those are the 3 drivers we have for Pro Series, and who will be racing in the LMP1 category. And for Legends 2, we'll be actually, I was thinking of going to the Nordschleife, but we'll be going to Circuit de la Sarthe in France, for also known as the Le Mans. But for now, with Legends 1, we'll be going to the most beloved that I think all of us will love. The place that is also known as the Daytona International Speedway. The road course variant for the oval. That's of course going to be the first spot that we'll be racing at with the LRS Legends Endurance. But for the Legends 2, we'll be having drivers with we'll be having drivers who will be getting a we'll have multiple champions, and champions are the ones who can partake within LRS. Or those are the ones who could take in the LRS Legends. Those are only champions, meaning that we'll have 5 drivers or 5 champions every season, and those will be, of course, the Stock Car champion, the GT champion, the Formula champion, LMP1 champion and LMP3 champion. And then we'll be doing that for a while. And then we get the Legends Endurance, where we'll be seeing those champions all duke it out against each other in different categories. Of course, the stock car drivers and the LMP3 drivers. Stock car drivers, LMP3 drivers, and GT drivers will be driving in the GT category. The LMP1 drivers and Formula drivers will be all driving in the LMP1 category. So looking at the drivers all going for their runs. We're looking at Danny Alistair so far. And Jack Kanzi both putting in their runs. 2:12, 4:79 is currently the fastest time done by the number 10. And the 17 with a 2:12, 7:04. And JKR now with the fastest time of 2:11. 8:40. Of course, we'll be seeing these drivers come back. Well, not Jack, but definitely JKR and Kanzi. And Demi also. A lot of these drivers, I think half of the grid on here, will also be racing in GT itself. Like the LRS GT includes JKR, that includes Kanzi, it includes Jimmy Fuego, Metro, Intoxicated, Danny Alistair, and Demi Hollywood and Ricky. I mean, the drivers who will not be racing within this in the GT category is going to be Yesap, and that will also be Jack. But Jack will be doing different series. He'll be doing the stock car in Formula, if I'm correct. He'll be doing stock car Formula, and Danny Alistair will be doing GT and. He'll be doing GT and prototype. Currently, two drivers with a 2:11. Those being Jim Fuego and JKR. There's less than 3 minutes remaining. Well, of course, Intoxicated, the driver who also, of course, will be part of the GT series. He also partook within the GT test season and was the GT test season champion. Second being MTL, and third being one of the drivers who will be joining in after Legends 1, also known as Blue the Demon, who will be driving in his own racing team. Of course, I have talked about racing teams multiple times, but this time we'll actually see a competitor against Ackerman Motorsports, being the Phantom Motorsports team. So, yes, I am super hyped to see how that will be going. When the points will actually kick in, we'll actually have competition. As all the other drivers are coming into the pits. Yesap not going into the pits. He's very close. I don't know exactly where he is. Oh, he's on the hairpin. Okay, now it's, yeah, now it's on straight. So I think I know where he is. He's almost done with his lap. As currently the top 5 or the 5 drivers that we have, Metro in 5th with a 212.358. Kanzi also coming into the pits. Gezab in 4th with a 212.161. Demi in 3rd with a 212.010. Jim Fuego with a 211.885. And Jake Yard in 1st with a 211.840. So we have less than 30 seconds on the clock. Time is ticking. And so let's see who will be taking a proper run here. And who could really put a challenge against these other drivers. And Yesap also coming to the pits. I think we might just... I think the qualifying session has already finished because these guys are already going into the pits. They really do not have any other way to get ahead. Minute at the top 5 so far. Metro, Yesap, Demi Hollywood, Jimmy Fuego, and JKR. That'll be your top 5 here for the qualifying session. As we about to get ready. And we are going green racing here for 5 laps. And finding out who is going to be taking that 4th GT3 spot. Here at COTA. Ooh, JKR pushing and pulling. The difficulty back there. Lots of drivers trying to find a way to get ahead of the field, but it's not really working for them. JKR smoothly getting ahead. Bit jittery on the wheel. There goes Ricky. Spins out, beaches the vehicle, and is out of the question unless he can bring that vehicle back on the field. And he's trying, he's careful on the gas. Back on the field, but completely out of the question here. Lost his entire spot. Very, very unfortunate. Oh, and Tassi getting out really close with Jack. You could tell it is super, super bright here at COTA today. The sun is shining. About to go into lap 2. JKR still in the pack. Oh, Jimmy Fuego. I thought he spun out, but no, he just went a bit aggressive on that turn. I thought the man spun out and lost it all. That would have been such a bummer for him. Looking at the number 7 right now. Behind Metro, ahead of Jack. And not really in contention for any points. Neither is Jack. But Jimmy Fuego could change it all for these 2 drivers. Jimmy Fuego could take that spot away. And he could turn that into a 1-2 possibly. Jimmy Fuego could make it a 1-2 for the Buckshot Bros. Depending on how he drives here, because one mess up, if he slips and loses it, it's not going to be a good one for any of the other drivers. That means that Yesa will be ahead of Jimmy Fuego, and it will be a more difficult situation for the 32 for the remaining of the season. Well, the remaining of the season is like one more race, and that's the Daytona finale. Oh, that was a lot of smoke back there. Like someone locked up or something happened. I think it was somebody locking up. So we're going to lap 3. JKR still leading. Oh, Jack trying to go for a move right here. Oh, contact right there. The 10 hitting the back of the 7 pushes him back for revenge. And intoxicated. He did get a bit into the situation, but immediately took advantage of the situation and got ahead. Kanzi pushing the 10 back, telling him to drive like a normal human being. And he is furious behind the wheel now, and so is Jack. Definitely Jack is also furious. Oh, Metro going on 2 wheels there for a second. Almost lost it over there. About to go into lap 4. The 72 still up front, doing a very, very good job. Oh, Jimmy Fuego in there. I think he beached the vehicle too. Oi, oi, oi. And this is what I was afraid of. This is what I was exactly fearing. What happened to the 32 gets sent back to the pits, and now the Dutchman just has to drive away. And he could do it. He could 100% do it. He could run away with it. He could be the 4th driver, but it has to go well. If it does go well and shit hits the fan, then that's where things might go even worse for him. That's maybe where possibly Demi could take that spot away from JKR, but JKR, knowing him, he is not letting go of anything. I could guarantee that that guy is more than determined to get himself a spot for the GT category. And JKR loves GT. He loves GT a lot. as we look at the shaker coming off the last turn. And we are waving white flag. One more lap to go here at COTA. I was a bit too soon, but it is the white flag. One more lap to go. It's all now smooth sailing for the 72. He just does not has to mess up at the moment. Metro in 5th so far. And JKR about to come over to the last few turns. And now we'll be taking the last left turn. Waving the black and white checkered flag. The Dutchman will be taking the 4th GT3 seat. Demi Hollywood is 2nd. Danny Allison 3rd, Yesap in 4th, and Metro in 5th, making that your top 5 here at COTA. And unfortunately, Jamie Fuego, he could have gotten a 2nd, but shit unfortunately hit the fan, and he is now far behind the pack. Hopefully the season will be going better for him in the remaining of LRS. Or hopefully Daytona will be going better for him. And hopefully he has a bigger chance next season. What a race this was. With the top 5 being JKR, Demi Hollywood, Danny Alistair, Yesap, and Metro. The current standings. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but wow, this is an insane one. Especially going into Daytona. I'm curious how this will be ending up. Kanzi at 1st, but we have, let's see how many drivers. 4 drivers all tied for 2nd. Jack, Danny Alistair, JKR, Yesap, all 4 tied for 2nd place. So Daytona will be the place where we'll be deciding who is going to get ahead of another for the top 3. Because let's say if there's 2 drivers tied for 4th, whatever. We'll find out who won the first one or who has been higher on the standings. Either way, we also have Ricky and Jimmy Fuego tied for 6th. Fantastic in 8th with 14 points. Metro with 12 and Demi with 11. Meaning that every driver has, of course, gotten at least 10 points. So we're about to go next to Daytona. along with the Pro Series for the Daytona finale. So until then, take